Hi, it's me, Chris Olson, continuing with a reading through the Sedgefield Christian Church SCC Bible reading plan. Today we are on Psalm 19, and it's interesting that the title is "The Law of the Lord is Perfect." That's very, very interesting that the law is the focus here. Okay, and it's to the choir master, a Psalm of David. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims his handiwork. I mean, that's normally like the biggest focus of this, right? But this is building the case. Okay, so day to day pours out speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. There is no speech, nor are there words, whose voice is not heard. Their voice, that's interesting, their voice goes out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them he has set a tent for the sun, okay, the stars. And interesting kind of analysis and study we can do into the Elohim, the gods, the spiritual beings that God made as well, and of which a bunch rebelled, and that's where the Satan comes from, and Nephilim, and that's a really great rabbit hole we could go on, but not for now. So in them he has set a tent for the sun, which comes out like a bridegroom leaving his chamber, and like a strong man runs its course with joy. Its rising is from the end of the heavens, and its circuit to the end of them. There is nothing hidden from its heat. That all builds up, and it feels like paralleling now the sun, the heavens, with God's perfect law. Let's see, where are we? I've lost our place a little bit. Here we go. Almost there. The law of the Lord is perfect, reviving the soul. I feel like so much preaching and kind of teaching on the Bible nowadays is that the law is just oppressive and terrible, and we hate religion and all that. But no, the law of the Lord is perfect. It's people who have perverted it and stuffed it up. It revives our soul when we live out the way that God designed us to live. It revives our bodies, our everything. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. I love this kind of building on, we've got the law, the testimony, the precepts. Be interesting to find out the niches of those and to dig in exactly what is the difference between the law, and not capital L there, the law of the Lord, the testimony and the precepts, and then the commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean. What a beautiful description of having a rightful fear of God, where if we think about something massive and incredible and huge, it should dwarf us and humble us. And you stand before the ocean or if you were on a boat in the ocean when there are those massive waves that are 50, 100 feet high, you've got a right fear about that. And God is much bigger and more powerful than that. We really should have in perspective his holiness, his rightness, and especially his holiness here, linking with his commandments, law, precepts, testimony, all that. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The rules of the Lord are true. So again, the rules. So these are just all synonymous, it seems. But again, it'd be cool to go into them a bit more. Are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, even much fine gold, sweeter also than honey and drippings of the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is your servant warned. In keeping them there is great reward. Who can discern his errors? Declare me innocent from hidden faults. Keep back your servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Oh, beautiful parallel there, where God gave the instruction to people God gave dominion over the earth to humanity, to man. And we don't want to, we're praying, God, please, using your commandments, rules, laws, all of these things, your righteousness, which is manifest in Jesus and now should be in us. Let those sins that were ruling us not have dominion over us like we have control over the earth. Give us a say in this. Then I shall be blameless and innocent of great transgression, but it requires the interceding of God, the stepping in and mediating of God. We cannot achieve this by ourselves. I had this in my mind this morning. Very, very interesting. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. I love praying that, and I heard old Vodi Baucham, I don't know how you say his surname, but I loved always how he would end his prayers. Let the words of my mouth and meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight. Every time before he spoke. And that was super interesting to me, the meditation of my heart. So when you meditate, you're thinking, you're slowly reflecting on, and just, letting it sort of soak in. And how does that happen with your heart, your attitudes, the driving force of your life, the thing that moves you forward and that you live for, your innermost being. Also the center for thoughts, and kind of the century center of us. How can the century center of us think on and dwell on something that would be acceptable in God's sight? And I love that ending. O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Beautiful.